No, she's my mama.
No, you're my mommy.
We're headed too far. It's never right. Too far. There's always a header nearby. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. She got her man back. Hey, my man never left. What the heck are y'all? Hey y'all. She got her man back. My man never left. What the heck are y'all talking about?
Because the second Neveah popped up on Live looking like she just won the lottery, the internet froze mid-scroll. All smiles, glowing, practically vibrating with excitement. And then came the reveal, Blueface's big surprise. Now listen, in Celebrityland, big surprise can mean anything from a bouquet of gas station roses to a diamond chain that costs more than your rent for the next decade. But the way Neveah was grinning, that wasn't casual. That wasn't he sent me lunch. That was I need everyone watching this right now. Her smile was so wide it needed its own zip code. The chat started exploding. Caps lock activated. People were typing like their keyboards were on fire. Wait, what did he do? Is this real? Who's mad right now? Because when Blueface's name enters the conversation, you already know it's not staying peaceful for long. And here's the wild part, the vibe felt different. Not messy, not chaotic, almost celebratory, which, in this universe, is suspicious on its own. Since when does drama take a vacation? One live session, one glowing smile, one surprise dot, and suddenly, the timeline turned into a full-blown investigative committee trying to decode every detail. Trust me, this wasn't just a happy stream. This felt like the beginning of something bigger. The second that Live notification popped up, nobody expected it to feel like breaking news. But Neveah didn't log on looking regular. She logged on glowing, smiling like she was holding a secret so shiny it needed sunglasses. And when the chat started asking questions, she didn't dodge them. She leaned into it. Then came the reveal, Blueface's big surprise. Now let's pause right there. Because whenever Blueface's name enters the storyline, you already know the timeline grabs popcorn. This is not a man whose name trends quietly. His history with public relationships, viral chaos, and internet theatrics has trained people to expect fireworks. So when Neveah said he surprised her, the reactions weren't calm. They were immediate. The first wave of comments wasn't even supportive or critical. It was confusion. Wait, what? Since when? Is this confirmed? Because in celebrity culture, surprises are never just gifts. They're statements, they're chess moves, they're public declarations wrapped in ribbon. Nevaeh kept smiling through the questions. That grin didn't crack once, and that's what made it louder. She wasn't defensive. She wasn't vague. She looked genuinely excited, the kind of excitement that makes people suspicious simply because it feels too smooth. Let's be honest, Blueface has been part of enough headline cycles that any positive moment automatically raises eyebrows. People weren't just reacting to the surprise itself, they were reacting to what it represents. Is this generosity? Is this strategy? Is this a new dynamic forming right in front of us? Because timing matters, the Live didn't happen in isolation. It dropped into an already buzzing environment where fans constantly track relationship shifts like they're monitoring stock prices. So when Neveah casually confirms a major surprise, it doesn't land small, it lands like a headline. The chat moved at lightning speed. Supporters cheered. Skeptics typed essays. Some viewers immediately brought up past situations, comparing reactions, comparing energy. The internet never forgets. It archives emotions. What made this moment especially intense was how effortless Neveah appeared. She wasn't overselling the story. She wasn't hyping it like a press release. She looked genuinely pleased. And authenticity, in a space known for performance, throws people off balance. But here's where the tension started building. People began asking what this means long-term. Because a big surprise from Blueface isn't just about the item itself, it's about the implication. It's about visibility. Public gestures carry weight. They signal alignment, and public alignment with someone as headline-heavy as Blueface automatically invites commentary. Within minutes, Screen recordings were circulating across platforms. Blogs picked it up, reaction pages reposted clips with dramatic captions. The narrative started expanding beyond the original Live. What began as a smile on a stream quickly turned into a trending topic. Some fans framed it as generosity. They argued that a surprise is just that, a kind gesture. Not every action needs a conspiracy attached. Others weren't convinced. They questioned whether the timing was intentional. Whether the public reveal was part of something bigger. Neveah didn't seem bothered by the debate. She stayed cheerful, calm, comfortable, and that composure only fueled more curiosity. Because in internet culture, confidence is often interpreted as confirmation. And then came the comparisons. People started stacking this moment against past public interactions tied to Blueface. They analyzed tone. They analyzed facial expressions. They even analyzed the chat responses like it was a live focus group. It's wild how quickly a joyful moment can become a social case study. But that's the power of public perception. Once something hits Live, it belongs to everyone watching. And everyone watching has an opinion. By the end of the stream, one thing was undeniable. This wasn't just a quick announcement. It was a shift in energy. Whether that shift signals stability or sparks fresh drama remains unclear. And just when you thought the smile would stay simple, the internet decided to do what it does best. Turn a happy moment into a full-blown cultural investigation. Within hours, that Live clip was everywhere. Not just reposted, studied, slowed down, cropped, zoomed in like it contained hidden messages. In 4K resolution, reaction creators were practically narrating her facial expressions like wildlife experts observing a rare species in its natural habitat. Did you see how she said his name? Notice the glow. Look at the way she laughed when the chat asked questions. Suddenly, Neveah's smile had layers, depth, allegedly secret meanings. The internet transformed into a panel of emotional archaeologists digging for clues beneath every grin. Then came the memes. Screenshots of her smiling face with captions like, "Me after securing the bag." Others joked, "Blueface said surprise." And the timeline said emergency meeting. The humor spread like wildfire. And let's be honest, once something becomes meme-worthy, it graduates from moment to movement. But the chaos didn't stop at jokes. Celebrity-adjacent accounts started weighing in. Influencers posted reaction videos with exaggerated gasps. Some praised the gesture, calling it sweet and unexpected. Others raised eyebrows and brought up history. Because when Blueface's name enters the conversation, history always pulls up a chair. Fans split into factions almost instantly. One side argued that a generous surprise is just that, generosity. They pointed out that public figures are allowed to celebrate without conspiracy theories. Attacked, "Let her be happy." They typed aggressively positive. The other side, oh, they were not convinced. They questioned the timing. They questioned the optics. They questioned whether this was personal or performative. Because public surprises aren't just about feelings, they're about visibility. And visibility creates narratives. And then came the comparisons. The internet loves a comparison. People started lining this up next to past public gestures involving Blueface. Different smiles, different reactions, different energy. It became a digital side-by-side analysis like a relationship forensic lab. Even blog headlines leaned dramatic. Words like shocking, unexpected, and plot twists started popping up. Because that's how fast it escalated. A smile on Live turned into a trending headline across platforms. The funniest twist, the more Neveah appeared unbothered, the more intense the conversation became. Her calm confidence didn't cool things down, it amplified curiosity. People expect visible chaos when Blueface is involved. When they didn't get it, they assumed something bigger was brewing. And let's talk about the audience psychology here. When viewers feel like they're witnessing a developing storyline in real time, they lean in harder, they refresh pages, they monitor comments, they speculate. It becomes less about the actual surprise and more about what happens next. Some supporters started celebrating what they called soft era energy. They framed the moment as growth, stability is shift from turbulence to tranquility, others rolled their eyes at that narrative, calling it premature, because in internet culture, trust is earned through repetition, not one viral clip. The debates intensified in comment sections across multiple platforms. Threads grew longer, arguments got sharper. Think pieces emerged overnight dissecting the power of public gestures in celebrity relationships. It felt less like gossip and more like a sociology seminar with WI-V. What made this twist even more dramatic was the absence of immediate backlash from the key players. No subtweets, no explosive counter-statements, just silence. And silence in celebrity culture is louder than sirens. That silence created suspense, because now the audience waits. Will there be a follow-up, a public appearance, another surprise? Or will this remain a standalone moment that the internet inflated into a saga? Here's the truth. The more public the gesture, the heavier the spotlight. And that spotlight doesn't turn off easily. Every next move now carries amplified weight. If the energy stays positive, people will call it evolution. If tension surfaces, they'll call it foreshadowing. That's the gamble of go and live with. Good news in a world addicted to drama. And as the timeline continues to buzz, one thing is crystal clear. This wasn't just a happy stream. Because once the memes slow down and the reaction videos stop recycling the same screenshot, what's left is perception. And perception in celebrity culture is everything. That lift didn't just trend for a few hours, it subtly adjusted the narrative. Neveah's image walked away from that stream glowing, not chaotic, not defensive, just happy, and that matters. In a space where people expect drama as the default setting, visible joy feels almost rebellious. She didn't argue. She didn't over-explain. She smiled. And somehow that smile became the loudest statement of all. But here's the twist. When you trend for something positive, the pressure doubles. Because now the audience watches to see if the energy continues. Viral happiness comes with expectations attached. If the vibe shifts tomorrow, the internet will circle back to this moment and say, "We knew it." That's the gamble of public surprises. Blueface's name, of course, carries its own gravitational pull. Every public gesture tied to him doesn't exist in isolation. It connects to past headlines, past dynamics, past chaos. So when this surprise landed, it wasn't judged alone. It was weighed against history, and history makes the internet cautious. Some viewers now see this as a sign of generosity and stability. Others remain skeptical, waiting for the next plot twist. Because if there's one thing online culture thrives on, it's pattern recognition. People are scanning for consistency like they're reading stock charts. What makes this aftermath interesting is how quiet it stayed from the main players. No dramatic clapbacks, no follow-up theatrics, just a lingering buzz. And that lingering buzz keeps curiosity alive. Silence builds suspense. Because now the timeline isn't arguing, it's watching. Monitoring, waiting for confirmation of what this moment actually represents. Will there be more public celebrations, more visible alignment? Or was this a standalone spark that briefly lit up the feed? That uncertainty is what keeps the story breathing. And here's the bigger picture. Public surprises aren't just romantic or generous gestures, they shape narratives. They influence how audiences categorize relationships. One big move can tilt public opinion, even slightly, and slight tilts are powerful in celebrity culture. Neveah's confidence on Live didn't just show excitement, it signaled comfort. That comfort triggered debate about where things stand. Because when someone looks that relaxed while trending, people assume stability behind the scenes, whether that assumption is accurate or premature. That's the suspense. What's undeniable is that this moment added another chapter. It didn't erase past drama. It didn't rewrite history, but it complicated the storyline. It introduced nuance. And nuance keeps viewers hooked. In a digital world addicted to chaos, a smile became headline material. That alone says something. The real cliffhanger now isn't about the surprise itself. It's about what happens next. Because once the spotlight intensifies, every next move is magnified. And when Blueface is involved, the narrative rarely stays quiet for long. Was this just a sweet surprise that the internet overanalyzed like it was a conspiracy documentary? Or are we witnessing the soft launch of a whole new chapter? Because I already know the comment section is about to split into Team Let Her Be Happy and Team I'm Watching Closely. So don't scroll past like you weren't invested. Drop your opinion below. Was that smile pure excitement? Was the timing strategic? Or are we all just addicted to turning good news into a plot twist? And if this breakdown gave you layers you didn't even consider, go ahead and smash that like button like it owes you money. I'm not talking about a gentle tap. I mean hit it with purpose. Let the algorithm know we're not here for surface level tea, we're here for the full brew. Make sure you subscribe because around here, the timeline never rests. One day it's chaos, the next day it's surprises, and the day after that, plot twist. We connect the dots before they become headlines. Turn on notifications so you're not the last one in the group chat asking, wait, what happened? Because by the time you refresh, we've already broken it down. This is Celeb SYNC, where every smile has a storyline and every headline has layers.